Hello YouTube, it's Damien. It's the Bottom at Christmas Challenge. It's Leeds United in the Fm21 beta save. We have got Everton and Palace into massive games today to see if we're going to stay up in the Premier League. First thing I am going to say is make sure you save your games because I've already filmed this episode. I'm not going to tell you the outcome of that episode, but trying to get past the Palace game, the game decided to crash and we haven't saved since the Everton game, so here we are filming it again. You guys don't need to know what happened, YouTube. All I was going to say is it would have been a very good narrative going to the last two games of the season, but now we're not going to know what exactly happened. My stream's been here for an hour and 8 minutes. It was crazy. The Palace game would have been great for content, but FM being FM, so all I'm going to say is if you're in the beta save, you make sure you save after everything you do. Usually I save after every week, and we have two games in the same week, and I copped it. So it's the second time that's happened as well. I think even for our main save, which is going to be in Denmark, I'm going to put on auto save after a week. Even then, that wouldn't have saved me here. But yeah, so just disappointing that an hour and 10 minutes worth of hard work has gone down the drain, especially because I have work and I'm probably not going to be able to film both these games anyway in this sitting. So yeah, just is what it is. All I'm going to say is that we do want to progress the save into a second season. Just how bad this Leeds United side has been and everything like that. I don't even know, even if we stay up, if I'm actually going to bother. We're doing a second season with these guys or resigning and leaving it to something else because I do not know. But look, who knows? I am changing the system for today as well. Something that we did try in the Palace game when we last played, so maybe it's a bit disingenuous of me. I don't know what the protocol is here. Like, we played two games. I let the game sit there with the spinning circle, trying to sim past the Palace game for 20 minutes, and it didn't do it. And now I'm back here playing against Everton again. So I don't know what the protocol is. Obviously, when that happened previously, it was the second game we played, that first game on YouTube against Southampton, and it crashed into the Spurs game. And we won that Southampton game 3-2. That's very easy to replicate, is you winning. We ended up losing to Everton, I think, like 3-0, and we conceded 94th minute after being 2-0 down in the 75th to Palace after coming back, scoring two, dominating Palace, and we conceded three defensive mistakes, and the third one was a back pass back to our centre-back, which was short, and back to I scored in the 94th minute. So it would have left us 3 points clear, but with Palace having a great run home, and obviously West Ham's run home is pretty horrid. But instead, here we are. We have to play both games again. I don't know what the protocol is, and I hate this sort of shit. Like, I really do. I'd rather have the narrative. I'd rather me go down but have a great narrative than me go, oh, okay, we lost, let's go do it again. Oh, we win this time, great, we're staying up. Like, I don't particularly care if we stay up or not. I have no affiliation to Leeds United, mate. They could go down, I don't give a crap, right? So, yeah, in the end, it is what it is. Leicester beat Chelsea, it doesn't really matter. I think the last time around that was different there. They're saying we should rotate. I'm not. Our team is going to be this. I have lined up a 4-4-1-1 in a very counter-pressing system. If anything, I want us to even get even lower than that and just basically just break at will when you want to. Play for a set piece as well. And then just on the counter, off we go. Important news is Meslier, I'm just trying to remember what I said last time, is out 4 to 5 weeks, so probably done for the season with a knee tendonitis. Pretty unfortunate here. Kiko actually had a really, really good game, both games, so hopefully Kiko does well in the games that hopefully don't crash. Harrison playing as a winger on attack, hopefully get something out of him. Rafinha doesn't like it out there, but oh well. Rodrigo in the hole, Bamford up top. It is what it is, and yeah, we'll see how we go. We then have, obviously, a 2-day break until we play Palace, and it'll be interesting to see. The one thing I didn't do is I actually dropped Rafinha for Helder Costa, and we played 4-2-3-1 against Everton last time, but yeah, it is what it is. They've lined up the same. No, Andre Gomez I don't think started last time around, so interesting. But yeah, Mina, Holgate, Digne, for those from the Penfez, Alan Gomez, Tom Davies. It's not bad, so we'll see how we go. And yeah, we need to step up, boys, and hopefully they do. In terms of the opposition, I'm not going to go out there and press from minute one. I'm just going to go say, look, do what you want to do, and then we'll go off and see what we're going to see. Last time when we played Everton, they played pretty long ball looking for a Charles and everything. And hopefully it'll be alright. And yeah, score prediction in the chat. You watch now, chat. We're going to go and win this game like 3-1 and be safe and whatever. And I would much rather us have been fighting for our lives with 2 games to go. Anyway, Jack Harrison now, getting down the line. In the end, hit straight at Olsen. And there we go. And yeah, Newcastle beating West Ham. Newcastle did beat West Ham in this fixture here. And I think Palace lost. And then obviously West Ham lost again in the game after and stayed on 27 points. And that's the thing, West Ham have Fulham and Newcastle, and then after that they've got City and Spurs. So I think for us, being ahead of West Ham is a good thing. In the end though, like, we've actually done really well with the ball, which is strange. Even in this system, we're not really aiming to keep the ball, but 63% possession at home. It's a corner to James Rodriguez, and that's headed, and Kiko Casilla makes a save. So a little bit of a better performance here than what we saw last time. Wow, what a ball. That I will say this about Kiko Casilla, is he does distribute generally pretty well. And he's on the ball again here. And just be interesting to see what pass he wants to hit. He looks for Mr. Jack Harrison, finds him. Noah Kenny inside the Calvin. Like, I'm going to give the youngster some game time. Calvin Phillips, man. See what I mean? He's meant to be the best player on the park. And horrid. Richarlison should score. What a block that is there from Koch. And away we go. Koch everyone's been in poor form, but good to see Robert Koch putting something in there. Don't know why they're having such low ratings there too. Like, obviously it's a great block. That was a block that deserves a 7, but yeah. In terms of expected goals, very low scoring game in terms of that as well. But we've had 61% of the ball, and it's 0-0 here. I'm delighted, is what I'm going to say, because if you play like that and we get a 0-0 draw here, it's massive for us. 2 draws and we're probably going to stay up. But yeah, we'll wait and we'll see how we go. Rafinha's being burned all too often today, but he is on the dead ball here, and he's actually gone for goal and just wide. Still 0-0 after 50-odd minutes played. I am going to get Rafinha off here quickly as well, and I am going to bring on Helder Costa, like for like, and we'll see how we go. Hopefully we'll be alright. 71 minutes played, still 0-0 here. They're trying to change stuff. Calvert-Lewin now off the bench. Patrick Bamford hasn't done too much. I'm going to bring Joe in. Like, Joe's a really good young kid. Deserves the minutes, and, you know, been playing well in the 23s, so we'll get it in. I'm not going to go after this game. A 0-0 draw would be really good. That's an unreal performance, Paul. Paul just coming back from 3-0 down in Foot Champs, so in 4-3 to go 10-1. That's not bad at all. And with not long left here, I will get Jamie Shackleton in for... maybe not. We'll leave it. We'll maybe make a time-wasting change for a 0-0 draw. Yeah, let's make a time-wasting change for a 0-0 draw now. Get Pablo Hernandez in there for Rodrigo. These two understand how to time-waste, so they should take 10 years to come off the bench. And then out of nowhere, a 0-0 draw. The most boring 0-0 draw you've ever seen. I do not care. For me, that is brilliant. We have probably played a lot better than Everton there, and there we go. In comparison, we lost 3-1 to Everton, played 4-2-3-1, and they scored 3 goals inside the first half, and then we changed to this system here, and we scored, and that was it. So yeah, obviously we could pick up an extra point now from when the game crashed, but that is what it is. I'm happy with that performance. I want them to be over the moon with that. I want them to say, hey, we kept our shape and did really well. And for me, if that's the system that's going to work for this team, then by all means, because in real life, I play something very similar when I coach. I play, it's not a defensively minded system. In real life, you can give your players a bit more understanding of how to play. But I play with a deeper 4-4-1-1 out of possession with the ball. We call it BPO. With some pressing traps and fullbacks and a V-shaped press with your striker and your 6 and your 10 to cover the 6. And then try and constrict the press and press in certain areas. And invite the opposition into those areas to press, and then we go. And once we win the ball, we're on FM, we're probably a little bit more whatever, you know, we're still going a bit more attacking with the ball. I am very off we go, and then when we get the ball, it turns into playing a very tiki-taka sort of system. But in terms of defensively, how we're lined up in that game, it's very, very similar to how I would in real life when I coach. So it is what it is, and like the tactic itself, you know, we're forcing opposition into these spaces. We're a bit deeper. And just kind of inviting him into these areas here. And then once they're in these areas here, we hit them and off we go. So for me, that's not too bad. And look, that's a point. And in terms of that point, we're on 31 points now. Palace, of course, didn't win, but Palace have got us, Newcastle, and Southampton. And that's 3 winnable games for them. But it's West Ham now. And that 1 point is so massive. That's why even when the game crashed last time, and I'm going to quickly save so we know that this is done and dusted, right, is that... you know, the fact that we lost both games last time made the narrative so much better, and I would rather have the narrative than this. But here we are, we got a point, and I'll see you guys in a second for the Crystal Palace game. Welcome back, YouTube. It's Damien, and we do have our game here against Palace, and we are lining up in this same 4-4-1-1. Koch and Llorente obviously going to play. Creswell's been in good form and is actually averaging a 7.1. But we did keep a clean sheet last game, so there's no point for me to change it. Everyone in the stream, hopefully you're there. I literally pressed the start recording and pressed stop stream by accident. So just refresh, you should be back. It should have just come back straight away. That's the first time I've ever done that. But yeah, we were trying to rush a little bit. But yeah, obviously we're going out this way. Like I said, if this is the system that works and we do decide to be here next year, I will 100% look to build around the system then. In the end, though, they're lining up with Ferguson, Kouyaté, Sakho, Van Aanholt, Townsend's there and there, Zaha. Palace go down 100% looking at Zaha, as well as someone that can go in as well. Schlupp, Benteke, Gary Cahill's on the bench as well. E's on the bench, another player that we could pick up. But yeah, boys don't really look absolutely. They love that one though. Finally today into the opposition, we're going to ask the assistant and leave it. And we're just going to be here looking to stifle this 4-4-2. I picked the team. We'll see. As if they're asking about Rodrigo. That is cool. That's the first time I've seen that. There we are. This match must be on TV, that's why. But that is a nice little screen. FM. Oh, FM. I absolutely love that. That is absolutely extraordinary. It's all these little things that make it so clean this year. In the end, though, score prediction in the chat. I think we can nullify Palace and still look to get chances, but it's an early free kick for them. Backstick, Sakho, knocked down, blocked. In the end, Kiko Casillas made a really good save in there. And it is 0-0. Shadow yet again predicting 4-1. It's not going to be 4-1, Shads. We don't score goals. Anyway. We only score goals when we're down to try and come back by the looks of things. Anyway, Sakho won it, but that would be that. And there's maybe some players in this Palace team that I would go after. Anyway, Calvin Phillips. We haven't been great from corners, but backstick cleared away. In reference, we actually got a penalty which Rodrigo missed in this game, and then we were 2-0 down, came back 2-2 and conceded 94th before the crash. So, I would... Look, now that we've got a point to get Everton, just go out there, win this game, we stay up. That would be nice. Anyway, Llorente now, inside to Shackleton, good ball to Calvin. And there we are again. Shackleton a bit more defensive than Klitsch, so Klitsch hasn't started here. Rodrigo now, Bamford, good movement. Calvin again, it wasn't the best pass to him. Dallas getting really high, but not getting as wide as I would like. Bamford, ball. Rafinha, good run. Rafinha, what a goal. What a move from this Leeds United side. And that is 1-0 Leeds. And as things stay as they are, we are staying up. And that is an absolutely extraordinary goal. What a piece of build-up play that was. And that's a piece of build-up play that you're like, yes, this team deserves to stay here. In the end, Bamford there, what a ball. Rafinha picking his moment to come inside, and he won't miss that one there. And that is an absolutely extraordinary move. And it is 1-0 Leeds, 20 minutes played, and it's exactly what we want to see. Now, it's the game's on our terms. Palace have to come out. Palace have to press. Palace have to come out and go really aggressive. They know they have to win. We can just sit here and pick them off. Jamie Shackleton now, into Rodrigo, still with it. Looking for Harrison. What a ball, what a finish, what a goal. And that's the quality of Rodrigo in this trequartista role. Sitting in and just letting him do whatever he wants to do. And the team works around him. And that is 2-0 Leeds, and that looks like it's going to be all she wrote, really. Oh, it's a bit early to say that, but in the end, the writing's on the wall for Palace. We look like we're staying up, and this is absolutely unreal. Like I would have said, I would have rather the narrative of what happened before the game decided to crash. But this is not bad either. This is some football. The system's working. Anyway, Jordan Ayew. Townsend now. Good in the Ferguson. Maximilian Meyer, well blocked. Still with Palace though. A goal for Palace changes this game. It's all of a sudden game back on. MacArthur, Meyer, great ball. Ferguson, numbers queuing for them. Ball inside. Jordan Ayew. Casillas made a good save. It's a solid save. I would expect the keeper to catch it. I've been looking at backup keepers, but Casillas has done anything too wrong, Kiko. He's experienced. He's just on like 40k a week and can probably shave some money there. But we'll wait and we'll see what happens. Anyway, Rafinha wins the ball back. And there we are. Hopefully he learns how to play this role like decently well. Would be nice. In the end, though, we're looking really good. We've had 2 shots on target, 2 goals. And hopefully it'll be alright. Rodrigo apparently is looking a little bit tired. That's fine, mate. You just got to give me to about the 55th minute and I'll get you off. Apparently he's picked up a knock. 3-0 and I'll take you off at half time. Dallas throws. Harrison. Jack does alright. Puts a ball into Dallas. Dallas now. Shackleton. How are you, Fano? Good to see you. Harrison should have scored. He was offside. Anyway, no champs. No, I didn't have time and didn't register. I had golf, then tennis. Tennis went forever yesterday because couple single games went forever. Like number one and number two singles went for like hours, and then I beat a guy really quick. And then even though we lost double 6-3, 6-1, that went forever, because we just tried to fight. Yeah, and then by the time I got home and all that, I just had no time. Like, I got home, it was 5:30, and champs registration was already ended, and I'm just like, whatever. It's not like you get great rewards for champs anyway. I'm very happy with that, by the way, boys. That's a very good half. I don't like doing it, but Rodrigo is going to come off, and I'm just going to move Pablo Hernandez into this Trequartista role. He's nippy, he understands. I'd rather have Rodrigo fit with 2-0 up, and we don't need to go out there and win this game, like, convincingly. We don't need to go for score 5, 6, or 7. 2-0 is fine by me. Anyway, Jack Harrison looking a little bit worse for wear as well. And you know what? Do that. Because Alioski's a little bit more defensively minded. He can do it. And if anything, I'm going to move Dallas up a line. And Dallas is a very good winger. And that's something maybe we need to remember is if we are going to play this 4-4-1-1 system, Dallas is really good as a winger, in the middle of the park than he is as a fullback. So we might change the boys in a second as well. Hopefully Benteke doesn't score. It's volleyed and it's wide. I am going to go quickly into the tactical screen. And it's important to remember, by the way, Fulham are winning 1-0, which is great for us. And I am going to just go and get Alioski into here for Stuart Dallas. And if we go to the tactics screen, Dallas is a pretty decent player. He's actually a very good wide midfielder on support. And I'm going to actually let him do that. And Alioski is just going to sit in and do a job. And I'm actually going to get a wide playmaker out here on... we'll leave Rafinha. Just get Dallas just to sit in and just ball play, really. So the only thing that he's really good at is actually playing that system. I will swap them two around. And just get Dallas on it. But at the moment, 2-0 to the good. Couple changes made. Ball in. Batshuayi heads over the bar. We just need to make sure we don't give Palace away back into it and we stay up. I'll take a goal here, though. Pablo Hernandez, ball in. Bamford, bang. Game over. We're staying up. With the bottom of Xmas challenge complete, boys. We are staying up with Leeds United. And there we go. And all of a sudden, this 4-4-1-1 has come to fruition. We've got a 0-0 against a very good Everton side. Who on paper are amazing, even though on FM they're 15th. And then we have come and slaughtered Palace away at Palace. And we deserve nothing but this. And in the end, with that in mind, get in Joe up top for Bamford. Get the young kid out there. We could have probably got Creswell out there to save Koch getting suspended. But, this could be a game in which Joe gets a goal in. And there we are. You're the king. Maybe, Fano. Sometimes. In the end, at full time, we win 3-0. It's nice to see the system work. 51% of the ball. We don't need it. 7 shots on target. Happy with that. And there we are. We're going to go and tell the lads, your performance has secured us. We stayed up. And that's it, boys. Like the challenge is done. It's complete. Absolutely delighted. Challenge was brilliant feeling. We were excellent. And we were. And that's the challenge done. Pascal, by the way, he's going to be here next year. Don't worry. But yeah, we survive. And the board should be happy with that. We're going to attend the press conference here. Outstretched arms, yeah, we're happy. I think we played pretty well in that part. And look, I'm over the moon that we stayed up like that. Maybe it was meant to be that the game crashed. Maybe the game just realised, like, you've been a bit unlucky. It's maybe time we do something for you. We're up, we're 16th. Everton have 2 games in hand, so we'll be right. But yeah, that is going to be the end of this YouTube episode. In terms of next episode, what I might do is I may come back after the Chelsea and Wolves game, show you that we finished 16th, because that's quite clear we're finishing 16th, no higher, no lower. You would imagine, especially West Ham having Spurs and City in the last 2 games. So yeah, we'll come back with that. I might then talk about the squad. I think we'll do another season with this tactic. We'll come back and I'll just show you who I think we need to replace and what we're going to play maybe next year and stuff like that. As next episode as well. And then we'll gear up for season 2. With that in mind, links down below. Like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'll see you next time, YouTube. Thank you and goodbye.